100 years ago, an excursion boat sank mysteriously in the icy waters of Lake Tar. Captain Gore and his 80 passengers sank to the bottom of the lake, and all trace of them vanished. The boat, the Adler, was never found, and not one of the bodies was ever recovered. In the medieval village of Hochberg, nestled between the Lake Tal and towering Mount Tar, people still mourn the loss of their kinfolk. The villagers are convinced that the ghost of Captain Gore still haunts these waters. The legend that has grown through the years claims that the captain will someday return to wreak vengeance for being blamed for the sinking of the Adler. In these remote mountain regions, old fears are slow to die.
I told you. There never has been a fish caught here. And there never will be. The fish won't go near that hole.
That hole? You talk like the old women in the village. You listen to their silly fairy tales, they'll call this a death hole.
Yeah, and it is. Nobody comes to this place. Not even the fish.
Ah, shut up and pull the anchor. Better I shoot fish alone than listen to your complaints. Feeble old man. Here, give me the line. Help me, I can't do it alone. Oh, clumsy. Old fool, you almost turned the boat over. Now get up there and pull the anchor.
I can't. Something's wrong.
Oh. Give me the line.
I'm so cold.
Senile old goat.
Oldest people drown here every year. Every year I'm awakened at dawn to witness these things. Now, what is so special about these drownings?
Sir, forgive me, sir, but I think you will find that these are more than simple drownings. The boat was found drifting in the middle of the lake at daybreak. And when we pulled the anchor up, this is what we found.
Lines to get the bodies free. And I want all these things sent to the department as soon as possible. God, let their families know they are dead, nothing more, understand?
Yes, sir.
I'll see you in town as soon as you can get there.
Very good, sir.
Herr Inspector, I must ask
Quiet,
you...
Gretel. Herr Inspector, the people, all the people are saying that the ghost has come back for revenge.
Is it true, Inspector? Tell us. Is it true?
It is true. He does not dare to deny it. Captain Gore has come back.
Excuse me.
What happened, Klaus?
Oldcoat and Johann, they are dead.
How did it happen?
I don't know, but I don't think it was accidental.
No. Who could possibly want to hurt those harmless old men?
Please, Lisa, you're asking questions I cannot answer. I can tell you one thing, though. If you have come back to write a story about your old hometown, you couldn't have picked a worse time.
I agree. That isn't the story I wanted to write.
Don't go near the lake, Heide. This won't take long, and we'll be going back.
Yes, Grandpa.
Go ahead, Gart. Read it now. I know you'll read it later anyway.
What? But, sir, you are sending for help.
Yes, Gart. It hurts my pride to admit it, but this case is becoming more than I can handle.
But I don't understand, Herr Inspector. I thought the case was solved. The woodchopper, I mean. Is he not responsible for the killing?
No, Gart. He had nothing to do with it. We locked him up for his own safety. Some of the villagers were blaming him, and there were some threats against him.
Oh, and this man might help.
He has some remarkable abilities. Sometimes he can see into the past, and sometimes he can see into the future.
Then he is clairvoyant?
If you want to call him that, but he has helped the police in the past.
I see.
And he's an old friend of mine who owes me a few favors.
I will go to the telegraph office right away. Oh, is there anything else, sir?
No, thank you, Gart. That will be all.
Good enough, Herr Inspector.
Good enough, Gart.
Telegram for Mr. Cross. Have you seen him?
No, but I'll give it to him. He's up there somewhere. I thought that you'd never come back. miss you terribly.
Good. That's the way it should be. Oh, waiter, a pair of the usual, only drier.
This just came for you. Good news or bad?
I won't know until I read it. And I never read a telegram on an empty stomach. Wow, that was quick.
I had the maid, then I saw you come in.
Another week here. You'll become a drinking man's legend.
Do they give prizes for that? Well, there goes my shot at becoming a legend.
You have to leave?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was just beginning to like it here. I gotta go back. Come by the room in a few minutes and we'll have one for the road.
Maybe.
Excuse me. Can you give me some help?
Well, if I can, what's your problem?
Well, I'm not really lost, you understand, but, where am I?
Well, if you don't know where you are, you must be lost. Where do you want to go?
Hochberg. Now, I've been there before, but I must have made a wrong turn or something. Do you know how to get there?
Sure do. My favorite uncle lives there. I spend every summer with him helping out on his farm.
Now, you're an American, aren't you? Where are you from?
Southern California, Malibu to be exact.
I'm from the States, too. Bill Cross.
I'm Dieter Beckman. This is my girlfriend, Gretel Miller.
Hi.
Hi.
She lives here at the lodge. If you want, I'll join you and show you the way.
Hey, you got a deal. Let's go. Bye, Gretel.
I'll see you later at the lodge, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're about to enter Hochberg. It's a spooky old town full of legends and superstition. And I love it.
It may be spooky, but it's beautiful, isn't it? Where can I drop you, Dieter?
Whatever there's fine.
Thanks for your help, Dieter. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for the ride. Oh, you asked about Inspector Volka.
Uh-huh.
At this time of the day, I'm sure you'll find him at Otto's. Do you know where it is?
Don't worry. I'll find it. Look, I hope I see you again.
Oh, you will, for sure. In a town this small, we can't avoid running into each other.
to see you. Never change, do you? You look terrific.
Well, clean living will do it for you every time, but look at you, trim as ever, huh?
Don't let appearances deceive you. Father Time and good food will get us all eventually. Sit down and I'll tell you my troubles. First of all, I want you to know how much I appreciate your coming. And you certainly got here very fast.
Well, I didn't want to miss supper. You know my appetite.
You may be the world's worst reprobate, but you are a loyal one. And I need your help, Bill, badly. First, let's order you some food. I can brief you as you eat.
Well, I'll drink to that if I can get a drink. Listen, you don't suppose that rustic bartender would know how to make a dry double martini, do you?
We can try him, can't we? Otto?
Welcome to Otto's. Would you like something from the bar?
Ever make a dry martini?
Yeah, naturally. But I don't drink that. Not again, I hope.
Listen, I will. This much gin.
Yeah? So much?
This much vermouth.
Dankeschön. Ah, good.
Now then, old friend, you have a problem?
Lisa's here to see you, Inspector. She says it may be important.
Send her in. Beautiful women always have something important to offer.
Not always, Inspector. Well, here she is again. Everybody's favorite girl journalist. Just when I thought the world had ended, here she is to cheer things up. Lisa, what are you doing here?
I have to be somewhere. What's your excuse, Phil?
Phil?
His name is Bill. But obviously you have met before.
Yes, we have, but I'd rather we hadn't. Still a tennis bum, Bill?
Oh, no, I've gone beyond that. Now I'm a ski bum.
And that's quite a lot. Now, shall we declare a truce long enough to discuss the business at hand? Lisa may have some information for us. Did you find out anything?
Not more than is common knowledge. The Adler sank in 1874 with a loss of 80 lives. A board of inquiry put the full blame on Captain Manfred Gore. Although, and listen to this, they never found the cause of the sinking. And there were no witnesses and no survivors.
What about the captain? Did your research turn up any information about what sort of man he was?
Well, yes. He was very competent, but proud and arrogant. Not too popular in the community. He was extremely handsome and very vain about his appearance. You know the type. In the meantime, Klaus, I hope you let this old woodcutter go back to his family. And if there's anything else I could do, let me know.
One thing you might do for me, could you arrange for me to see some of the documents that you researched for Inspector Bolter?
Lisa dropped these notes by this morning, but I couldn't learn anything from them.
I don't think those documents can do you any good either. They're written in German, you know.
Well, in that case, I'll need an interpreter, won't I?
Bye, Klaus.
So, this is the infamous Captain Gore. You're right. He was a handsome devil. Well, I think I have enough to go on for a while. These 5 men who sat on the Board of Inquiry, they were all local residents, weren't they?
Yes. Either from the village or the nearby farms.
Niemand überlebt den Untergang des Schiffes. Trotzdem wurde Kapitän Manfred Gore schuld an dem Verhängnis zugesprochen. That's the part that bothers me. Captain Gore was blamed for 80 deaths in an accident that nobody saw. The wreckage was never found. I think Captain Gore, or maybe his descendants, could easily be obsessed by it.
After 100 years? But how could... Wait a minute. You just read from that document with hardly a trace of an accent. You don't need an interpreter. Your German is excellent.
So, you learned one of my special abilities. I can be sneaky, Miss Bruckner. We finished with the records. Thanks very much.
Good.
You know, one of the men on that board was an Ernst Bruckner. Same last name as yours. Are you a descendant of his?
Oh, come on. You're not going to tell me I'm the next one to die because my last name is Bruckner.
Well, not necessarily the next one, but I'd feel a lot better if you were a Schultz or a Schmidt. Oh, listen. I have another special ability. I have an inner clock that tells me it's cocktail time. By any chance, have you ever had a real American dry martini made by a Tyrolean bartender? No? Well, I know just the place.
Inspector Welke, do you mind if I take a picture of the evidence?
Go ahead. Maybe your readers will learn more from it than we have.
Derek Stanhope, London Daily Observer. Inspector, just exactly what have you learned about this case?
We are exploring every avenue of investigation.
In other words, no progress.
I didn't say that.
We've heard rumors about ghosts, the supernatural. Would you care to comment on that?
We deal in facts and evidence, not rumors and ghosts.
No rumors, no ghosts. Yet Bill Cross has been seen with you on several occasions. Isn't it more than coincidence that you've been having talks with a renowned psychic investigator?
Bill Cross is an old friend who happens to be visiting here. I hope you ladies and gentlemen are not foolish enough to play up the superstitious aspect of this case just to make headline.
Inspector, with 3 murders within a week, we don't need to play up any aspect of this case. And if there's another killing, I don't have to tell you how big this story might become.
That is something we already have taken measures to prevent. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have things to do.
Inspector, just one last question. Do you expect another killing?
If I could see into the future, I'd spend my time in Monte Carlo. Good day. Mr. Stanhope, would you mind staying a few minutes longer?
Oh, not at all, Inspector.
Please have a seat, Mr. Stanhope. You ask hard questions. I understand that. It's part of your job. But I would like you to remember something. Hochberg is a tiny, isolated village. Ever since the Middle Ages, the rest of the country never cared much what happened here. And they still don't.
I know that, Inspector, but mysterious murders make headlines wherever they take place.
Of course they do, but this is not what I wanted to discuss with you. You see, I have only 2 full-time police officers to help me. Sure, there is the volunteer civilian brigade, but they're all amateurs.
What about Bill Cross? Come on, Inspector. We both know he isn't here by accident.
You're quite right, and I'll explain that later. However, I happen to know that you have a considerable background in police work. If I should need a real pro somewhere down the line, I'd just like to know if I could count on you for help.
Absolutely. I'm entirely at your disposal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stanhope.
Thank you, Inspector.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
What's he doing?
Oh, he's a village artist. He paints the skulls for us.
Paints the skulls? What for?
His graveyard has been filled since the Middle Ages. The mountain on this side, lake on the others. The village cannot grow, neither can the graveyard. He's painting old Hannes Brun. They put him away 10 years ago. We dig him up last week to make a room for his widow over there.
What do you do with Hannes?
We put him over there in a bone house with all the others.
Bone house?
Over there. Go take a look, the door's open.
Thank you. This is fantastic. How long have you been doing it?
Since I was a little boy.
Thank you.
Gilda! Gilda! Oh my God!
Hello. Yes. Yes. Don't let anyone near the area. I'll get up there right away.
What is it?
No, it's Bruna Beckman's daughter. Oh, Bill. It's getting worse and worse. I'm going to the Beckman farm. Will you come along?
No, Klaus. I think I'll be more helpful here. I'll see you at Otto's later. Hilda Beckman. Excellent. I never had a better one in the States. Thank you so much. And the Stein, what a disguise. Now, who would ever guess that this innocent container conceals a quarter-liter martini? It's truly a masterpiece, Otto.
Thought I'd find you here.
Klaus?
Otto.
Guten Abend, Inspector.
Good. Beer's much better for you. A little more fattening than your strong American cocktails, but much kinder to the senses.
How did it go at the castle?
No trace of any kind. Funny thing, though. I had a talk with Bruno Beckmann today. He said he saw a scuba diver near the death hole. None of the villagers would go near the place. You wouldn't have any idea who that was, would you?
You know damn well who it was. I wanted to have a look around the death hole area.
And?
Nothing. But I'm not satisfied. I'm going back again. What about the Beckman girl's death?
Murdered, of course. This thing is out of hand, Bill. When is it gonna stop?
I don't know. Yet. But until we get the answer, you should put a constant guard on 3 remaining targets.
What do you know that I don't?
I know a little. I'm guessing a lot. The last 2 victims were descendants of members of the Board of Inquiry that blamed the tragedy on Captain Gore. Now, if the motive is revenge, there are 3 more families to receive punishment.
My God. It seems far-fetched, but at this point I won't rule out anything.
Now, here's a list of 5 families. That may make your job a little easier.
If my job doesn't get easier fast, I won't have a job.
You'll survive all this, Klaus. In the meantime, I'd like to research Captain Gore's family a little.
I don't need any help.
Not really. Lisa's promised to meet me at the museum tomorrow morning.
That kind of help we all can use.
You know me, Inspector. Pleasure before business. Oh, and because the Bruckner family's on that list, I took the liberty of having one of your civilian guards posted outside Lisa's place.
Oh, good.
Stay where you are.
Just a cat. Looking for a playmate.
You sure it was only a cat, Inspector?
What else? Just an ordinary cat prowling around in the night.
Have you forgotten the chill we felt before we went outside? Could the cat have caused that?
Must have been our imagination.
Okay, Inspector. Call it a draft, or maybe an ill wind.
You call it what you want. I'm tired and I'm going home. See you tomorrow.
Lisa, what happened?
He's dead, Bill. It's my fault. It's all my fault.
Lisa.
Don't you understand? It was supposed to be me, not him. That thing was coming after me.
Lisa, it's all right. You're safe. You're with me now.
I'm afraid, Bill. For the first time in my life, I'm really afraid.
You'll be all right. I wouldn't lie to you now, would I?
Will I really be safe, Bill?
Well, I said I wouldn't lie to you, didn't I?
I know, but I'm still scared to death.
You won't be. Not a trace since the sinking of the Adler. The Gore family simply vanished. Doesn't that strike you as odd?
I've got the feeling they were driven out of town. Civic pride, you know. Captain Gore's fatal trip was a disaster for the village.
Possibly, but I still find it hard to believe that all of them would give up everything they had and leave. Isn't there someone who might have known the survivors under another name?
I doubt it. It happened so long ago. If anyone would know, it might be old Frau Ziemler. If you can believe anything she says.
Frau Ziemler. I've heard about her. Sort of an eccentric recluse, isn't she?
It's the kindest thing you can say about her. If she had lived 100 years ago, they would have burned her at the stake.
Sounds like my kind of woman. Where can we find her?
Some of the young people visit her fairly often. They bring her supplies, and she tells them weird tales about witches and ghosts. She's sort of a pop idol to them.
How soon can we go?
Can't wait, can you? You're worse than the kids. Let's see. I'll meet you at 4 o'clock. I will see if I can arrange a visit.
Lisa, about Frau Ziemler. Is there a chance she's for real?
You'll have to judge for yourself. Most of the people think she's a fraud, but then there are others who say she can turn a sunny day into a thunderstorm.
Oh, Dieter. Who are they? You know I don't want any outsiders here.
I know, Frau Ziemler, but they come for a good purpose, and they need your help. Frau Ziemler, I present Lisa Bruckner and Bill Cross.
I know you don't like visitors, Frau Ziemler, but we're here looking for help.
I associate only with the very young. Dieter should have known better. Are you from the Bruckner family?
Yes, Lisa Bruckner. You know my family?
I knew them at one time, yes. Oh, you see many things, don't you, Herr Cross?
I see. A huge cavern, hidden in a mountain beside the lake. I see young people in white robes dancing.
What have you told them? Tell me, what have you told them?
Nothing, Frau Ziemler, I swear it. I only brought them here because they said you might know something that might help stop the killings.
He's telling the truth. Trust me, Frau Ziemler, and help us if you can.
What do you wish to know?
Do you know of any descendants of Captain Manfred Gore who are still in these parts?
None who are living.
Thank you, Frau Ziemler. Thank you for your help.
Frau Ziemler, I told them nothing. Believe me.
I believe you, but you shouldn't have brought them here. Now go, Dieter, go. And be very careful. Don't even think about tonight when you are near that man. Do you understand me? Not one thought about tonight. Go!
How is she?
I'm sure she'll be all right. But I think we ought to get her to a doctor right away.
What's that?
I'm not sure, but I think it came from whoever it was that attacked her.
Come on, let's go.
Okay, party's over. You better send everybody home. I'll talk to you tomorrow. That is, unless Inspector Volpe gets to you first. Come on.
It's still damp. And it's been 2 hours since you left the cabin.
Can you have the lab check on that?
First thing in the morning. I can tell you right now, though, this is not a modern piece of fabric.
God, it even smells old and dead. You know, Inspector, Sorry.
Don't be. You were saying...
Well, I started to say, I think, but now I can say I know.
Know what? Go on, Bill, go on.
There's no place else to go. Everything points to something out of the past.
Oh, no. You're not talking about ghosts and specters again.
Now think about it, Lisa. There's not one shred of evidence linking anyone alive to these crimes.
There's nothing supernatural about that Colosso. Whatever attacked that poor girl tonight was real.
There's got to be an explanation, and we got to find it. The village is nearly in panic. I don't have to tell you. I'm wide open for suggestions.
Double your guard on the remaining families, Inspector. That should stop it. In the meantime, I think there's something I might do. Good morning, Frau Ziemler. Do you mind if I come in?
What do you want?
Answers to a couple of questions.
Why should I give you any answers?
Well, wouldn't it be easier to talk to me than to the police?
All right, you may come in. Sit down. What do you want to know?
Everything you can tell me about Captain Gore's family.
Well, you have asked that before. Now, what makes you think that I would know anything about them?
Because you're one of them. Now, who are the others?
Dead. All dead. I am the last of them.
No, Frau Ziemler. You're not the last. There's one more. Captain Manfred Gore.
Captain Gore was drowned 100 years ago, and he was nearly 60 when he drowned.
But he's still here. Somewhere in the lake. And with or without your help, I intend to find you.
I will help you this much, Herr Gross. Don't waste your time looking for Captain Gore. All that remains of him is the legend of his disaster. I am in touch with the other world. And believe me, he's no longer with us.
You've been in contact with him?
No.
Have you had any contact with him since these killings started?
No.
But you have attempted to reach it.
Yes, but I was not successful.
Of course not. And I think you know why. Thank you, Frau Ziemler, for your help. You've told me all I needed to know.
Good evening, Herr Cross.
Frau Ziemler, why are you here?
Are you quite certain that I am here? Perhaps I'm everywhere. It is possible, you know.
I see what you mean. With some people, many things are possible.
I came to warn you, Herr Cross. There is much danger around us now. You must be very careful.
I know that.
Oh, yes, but you don't know it well enough. You must avoid earthbound spirits.
I'm not afraid of spirits, only of what is real.
Oh, you're a foolish young man. Nothing is real, nothing. But an earthbound spirit, a specter, who seeks for revenge, can seem to be real, can do very real things. And that is the danger.
I'm afraid there's danger for you too, Frau Ziemler.
You're quite right. In Captain Gore's demented mind, he will blame me for all that has happened. And he will come for me. I know it. And nothing will stop him. But I have no fear. For me, the end is just another beginning.
You really believe that, don't you?
What I believe doesn't matter. But let me tell you something, Herr Cross. I know that you're blessed with powers very few people have. But you cannot stop Captain Gore. So beware. And as for you, lady friend, beware, beware, beware.
Inspector, forgive me for interrupting, sir, but have you not heard it?
Heard what?
The church organ. It's almost midnight and someone is playing the church organ.
Odd time for a recital. Is that normal? I think nothing is normal in this village anymore. A man can't even finish his beer.
What on earth is it, sir? Who would do such a thing at this time of night?
I suppose we'll have to go up there and find out. You coming, Bill?
Well, you know it. I love organ music. Thanks out of Auf Wiedersehen.
I can't understand it. I have the only key. No one else can get in, but the door is barred from inside.
Stay here, Father. We'll soon find out what's going on. May I borrow your flashlight, Father?
Yes.
Break it down. Look around down here. Bill, come with me. Nobody there.
Well, it's understandable. He went out that window. Algae. Algae grows down in the lake, doesn't it?
So?
Drops of water. Now, Inspector, according to the archives in the museum, Captain Gore was, among other things, an accomplished organist.
Inspector! Inspector! The bone house. The door is wide open. Inspector, hurry!
You see, it is like I have said. The door is wide open.
You stay here. Bill, let's have a look inside.
What could it be? I do not know. But whatever it is, I hope they don't find it.
Is that another way out?
Yes.
And it leads to the lake, right?
Right.
Carl Bruckner.
Lisa's great-grandfather.
You said there's no danger down there. If it's so safe, why are you taking a knife?
Sometimes I like to whittle. It's very relaxing, you know, whittling. Listen, stop worrying. You don't believe in my theory anyway. So why are you getting so uptight about a little swim in the lake?
I don't know. Just a feeling, I guess. You will be careful, won't you?
I promise.
Let's go get him.
You all right?
Please, Lisa, ask me later.
What happened? God said it was urgent.
I think I've located Captain Gore. I know it sounds crazy, but I was checking out this old sunken hull, and while I was down there, something with unbelievable strength grabbed me.
But did you see him?
Only for a second, but it was a second I'd rather forget.
Now go on. Then what?
Well, I went limp. I guess he thought I was done for. Next thing I remember, Lisa was helping me back into the boat.
There definitely is something or someone in that lake.
But Klaus, the important thing is to get back there right now and find whatever it was that attacked me.
Well, I do have one man who's had underwater training, and the American kid, Dieter. He is an expert. Will you take them to the death hole and lead a search?
Inspector, I thought you'd never ask.
Prost.
Well, Bill has explained the plan to you. Stay close together and don't take any chances.
Okay, let's get going.
Sorry, old man.
I'm sorry about Garth, Inspector. He was a good man.
Yes, he was. This will be tough on his family. They were very close.
Now, do you have any doubts?
It's from a nautical uniform, all right. This impossible thing is suddenly very possible.
If we hurry, we'll catch our man at Frau Ziemler's.
Ziemler, what does she have to do with it?
I'm not sure yet, but one thing I do know. The killer's on his way to her cabin.
You're sure?
Positive.
Brown, you and Dieter pick up the equipment and take Garth's body back to the village.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Dieter.
The rest of you come with me.
I knew you would come, but it's too late. Nothing can save you now. You killed innocent people. You terrified the entire village. You could have had peace throughout eternity. But no, you give it up because of hate and vengeance. You fool! You know you cannot silence me. I know that your revenge includes me, but even that will not help you. Now look at yourself and see what you really like. You are even more rotten inside. Look and see what you have become. Better stay here, Lisa. Oh, my God. Nothing human could have done such a thing.
She hasn't been dead very long, so he can't be far away. Let's go get him. Klaus. That's damn strange.
What do you suppose that means?
I don't know.
dead. And it's a horrible sight.
Hello, hello.
Hello, are you there, Brown?
Yes, sir.
Listen carefully and don't ask any questions. Von Zimmer's dead, and we think the killer might be on his way to the Schloss Bluetang ruins. Get as many of the civilian brigade as you can and meet us up there. Have you got that?
Yes, sir. I will take care of it.
And hurry. We'll see you up there. That's all.
Oh, Dieter, thank you for your help. And I would not let the villagers know what you just heard. It could only cause more panic. I will see you later.
Okay, see you later. It's happened again. Proud Zimmer's been killed. Officer Brown is gathering up some of the villagers to go up to Schloss Blutheim to search for the killer. I think we should go too.
You bet we will. If Inspector Walker and those other old guys can stop this killing, maybe we can.
Come on, let's go.
There, it moved again.
Lisa, I'd like you to stay here at the Jeep in case Brown calls in.
I was able to get 10 people, Inspector.
Good. He's over there in the trees. Take half your people and fan out to the left.
Yes, sir.
Stenhouse, you take the rest to the right. Bill, you and I move up the middle. Strange. He hasn't moved in some time. Maybe he's watching us. There's something moving in those trees. Oh, no.
That's Lisa. Lisa, what happened?
It looked like... Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know, but it's all right now. You're safe. He's gone. He's gone.
What made him run? Do you have any idea of why he released you?
I don't know. He just stopped. But the strangest thing was, just before he ran, he suddenly screamed and he smashed that mirror with his bare fist.
That's it, the mirror. That's it.
But just what the hell does that prove?
Proves everything. Captain Gore was an extremely handsome man, terribly vain. When he was at Frau Zimmer's cabin, He saw himself in the mirror. For the first time in a century, he saw his face. The one thing he can't face is his own reflection. My knife didn't slow him down, and neither will your bullets. But a mirror stops him cold.
I think it's crazy, but this is no time for arguments.
Look! He's headed for the castle!
Let's go. This time you won't get away. Stanhope, Brown. You kids go home. We have enough problems already.
Please, Inspector, let us go with you. We won't get in the way, we promise.
You heard what I said. Go home.
Dieter, listen, the inspector won't like this, but do me a favor. Go down to those farmhouses and bring back as many mirrors as you can get.
What for?
I don't think the bullets will stop him, but maybe the mirrors will.
Sounds strange, but we'll do it. You heard him, he wants mirrors.
Come out, Gore. We know you're here. It's just a question of time. There's no place to run.
It's here, Klaus. I feel it. It's that same chill I felt before he grabbed me at the jeep.
He's here somewhere. Brown, check that stairway.
Yes.
Stanhope, you take the others and search every chamber you can find.
Saw him! He's running towards the lake!
Surround him. Trap him against the cliff.
Stanhope, take care of Lisa.
We killed the monster!
Get out of here. All of you. Maybe we'll find the answers when we recover the body.
If you recover it.
Whether we do or not, there's one thing I'm sure of. We'll have no more trouble from him.
I wonder.